Duel Review is brought to you by NexusDigitalComics.com. On today's Duel Review, it's The Fox and the Hound. I'm RJ.
And I'm Nick.
Let's get to it. Welcome everybody, today is the 19th. It is a new Duel Review and we're going to be doing a Disney movie this time. We thought it was high time we did some Disney movies, so...
We didn't do a Disney movie?
The Fox and the Hound. Well, not animation. I don't know if we did a live action, did we? I don't think so.
Well, I'm surprised, because, you know, Disney movies were a huge part of my childhood. I thought we would have done more by now.
And that's why we're doing one.
Oh, well,
and we're doing kind of an obscure one, too, that maybe you guys of this generation...
Milo and Otis. Wait, no.
My Little Pony.
Is that Disney?
I don't know.
Milo and Otis.
So anyway...
That was live action. We're doing The Fox and the Hound, which came out in 1981, and it's a great movie. I forgot how much undertones Disney puts into their movies, but this is the story of two unlikely friends who are constantly being forced apart, and that's heartbreaking, really. So you have Todd the Fox, whose adult voice is voiced by Mickey Rooney, and then you have Copper the Hound, whose adult voice is done by Kurt Russell, which I just did not realize when
yeah, I didn't either.
Yeah. So basically the story is an orphaned fox takes refuge with a neighbor of a man who just bought a dog named Copper, or a puppy named Copper, and they instantly become good friends. And I believe one of them, the young version, was played by Corey Haim.
And I have to say that Copper is an adorable name for a hound dog.
It is. I actually love that name for Copper. So yeah, there's the Fox and the Hound, and the owner of the Hound, the owner of Copper, is a hunter, and he has another dog named Chief, who's, you know, obviously older. Mm-hmm. And as they grow up, they play, but the hunter doesn't like that, so he chains up Copper so he can't go play with Todd, the fox. And some things happen, and I don't want to give away the big part, but they eventually, Copper gets really angry at Todd, and they don't meet eye to eye for a long time, and that's very unfortunate because they were such good friends.
Yeah, it's kind of a commentary on, you know, how that happens to us in life, how maybe in the innocence of a child, you have no barriers, you don't understand social stigmas, or
right.
You know, it's almost kind of a classist thing, you know, like I don't want to say Annie, but there's plenty of stories that are like, you know, the highfalutin kid and the poor kid, you know, kind of thing, and they're not really meant to belong together, but they have a lot of fun when they're kids. But as they start getting older, they start doing separate things, and they let other people, you know,
right.
their information get into them.
And yeah. I don't want to say the problem, but the most endearing part about this movie is the fact that neither of them really wanted to be separated. Neither of them wanted to be enemies, but life just kind of drove them to it, you know?
Right.
I forget the name who took in Todd, but she was pretty much saying, look, you can't be friends with Copper because he's a hound. He's going to hunt you. That's in his nature. You know, that is who he is, you know? But Todd didn't want to listen to that because, you know, him and Copper, they're friends, they're good buddies. You know, it'd be like me and you, and suddenly life was pushing us away to not like each other. You know, like our differing opinions on, you know, PC or Mac.
World's Dangerous Game. Is that what it's called?
The Most Dangerous Game? Where the guy hunts the other guy?
Yeah.
You want to hunt me? I'm slicker than you. You don't even know. So, you know, as it happens, you know, your defenses are broken down the more people tell you something, you know. So the hunters are constantly like, oh, you can't be friends with the fox, he's the enemy, blah blah blah, you know. And then something drastic happens that convinces convinces Copper that they can't be friends, so they stop being friends. But then well, I don't want to give away too much.
Yeah, I mean, but it's just, that is the issue. You know, I mean, it could be said about religion. Right. It could be said about politics. It could be said about the class, like I did. It could be said about gender. I mean, it's just, there are things in our culture that want to drive us apart.
Right.
And there's nature, our different nature, and like different cultures in themselves. Japanese culture versus American culture, or
Right.
German, or whatever,
Yeah.
African. I mean, there's cultural differences that keep us separated, unfortunately, and segregated. And this is a comment towards that. In traditional, Disney style, the art is really fun.
Yep.
And the acting is warm and engaging, and
it definitely teaches you a lesson, as a lot of the Disney movies do. In this one, however, well, I don't want to say however, because it does end on a positive note. I guess I should just get into it because I can't avoid it with what I want to talk about.
Okay, go ahead.
Basically what happens is Chief, the older dog of the hunter, he gets hit by a train, but he doesn't die. And they were chasing Todd at the time, so Copper blames Todd for the injury occurred to Chief, and they kind of fight each other from then on. And that's unfortunate because it was a misunderstanding that, maybe not a misunderstanding, Todd was just running for his life.
Yeah, right.
So the circumstance was odd. But then they chase him into an area where a bear lives, and a bear attacks them. And the hunter goes to shoot, was it the bear or the hound? I mean, the bear or the fox?
I thought it was the bear was going to strike down Todd.
Oh, right. The bear was going to strike down Todd, you're right. And Copper gets in the way, proving once and for all that they are friends and that he does care. But then they split ways, so like the cosmos wins anyways. It's like the fox goes to live segregated on his hill with his new girlfriend, away from the hound.
Right.
And the hound goes to live with the hunter.
And they have, happy lives, but they do remain separate.
Yeah. And so
it's kind of grounded in reality. Those things don't often change.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's unfortunate. You want them to be together. You want them to be friends forever.
We originally, he was making a joke about it. I forget what we were talking about, but you were like, yeah, like Fox the Hound, and you did like your little fake crying or whatever. And that's what kind of prompted us to do this, because we both really actually do like that movie. It's one of my favorite Disney movies from that era, especially. Like, I love the Robin Hood one. That one's a lot of fun. It's totally different than this. This is kind of like this heartfelt, whatever. And voice acting is solid. Even I didn't know it was Kurt Russell. I didn't.
Yeah, neither did I.
Or maybe I did at some point. I don't.
And Mickey Rooney. I would I would totally not have guessed Mickey Rooney.
But it's a cute little story, and it's one of the better Disney films.
I just
no fairies or
no. It's
Cinderella. In fact, is there any songs in that?
I'm sure there are songs, but
there has to be, because they're all musicals. But
I don't remember any.
Yeah.
Well, so they're not all musicals.
Possibly a good thing. Well, they all have they all have songs.
Yeah. So it does hurt.
He's doing a lot of sighing.
It does hurt me that they're not friends at the end. I understand that things are segregated, but
you're an American, damn it. You want them to be all happy at the end, right?
Well, I'm a human, and I want them to be together because they're friends, not because life has torn them apart. Defy what nature and everything else says. If you want to like something, like it. Unless
just like the vampire and the human, right?
What, like in Vampire Hunter D? Yeah, that would totally work for me. In Bloodlust? Yeah, because she genuinely loves him, and he loves her enough not to
at some point he's going to get hungry and drunk and be like...
drunk and hungry.
I don't know if vampires can get drunk, actually.
That's probably not going to end well. But, you'd like to think that it works out just fine for everyone.
Yeah. Well, there are true life stories. I mean, go ahead and look at YouTube or something. You see like... dogs or cougars being taken in by dogs, and like
you remember
goats
that, you remember that gorilla who took
turtles?
The kitten?
I don't know.
Who had the kitten?
What?
The gorilla with the kitten?
Oh yeah.
Actually, I think that was
but I mean,
story.
there's actually some that like get nursed and raised as
right,
one of their own kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's odd, but it happens all the time. So why can't we as a human species do it? Actually, we do with adoption, but sort of.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I think we should all just love each other, but not in a gay way.
Yeah, to an extent. Anyway, good film.
Yes.
Check it out.
Yes, it's definitely a good chunk of our childhood right there, and that and like
I really
Homeward Bound and
that was totally, and Milo and Otis later.
Milo and Otis I loved.
The two unlikely misfits that shouldn't get along, but they sure try.
Yeah. So that's a part of our childhood, and now that we have done one Disney movie.
Done one, dude.
Now that we have
Disney.
Now that we have done one Disney movie, I'm sure that opened up the floodgates, and next thing you know, you'll be watching our review of 101 Dalmatians, which I loved, or Aristocrats, or Oliver and Company.
Yeah, Oliver and Company. Maybe not though. We'll probably. I'll make sure we ration them.
I'm gonna do them all tomorrow. You don't even know.
A whole week of Disney films. So, all right, check it out. Follow us on Facebook, subscribe to YouTube, support us any way you can.
And if you're going to Emerald City Comic Con, let me know, or let us know, let someone know.
Let it be known. That's what it always sounds like you can say.
Let it be known. We want to know.
That's it. Hey, look, a fox. Oh, you killed the fox, you bastard!
Todd, no!
Todd, no! You coppery bastard. Oh, whatever, dude. I keep hitting the exact same spot. Weird. Alright, see ya.
Bye!
Bye.
Todd, no! Your dog is probably going crazy right now.
Up next is the movie The Man from Nowhere.
Today on Duel Review, My Little Pony.
What? It's mine! My Little Pony, that's mine! Back off!
It is my little pony. Pretty pink pony.
No! Why?
Not the pony.
Come on, use.
Is it Fox and Hound or the Fox and Hound?
The Fox and the Hound.
The Fox and the Hound.
I think so.
The Fox and the Hound. So I've always just referred to it as Fox and Hound. I guess I was too tired, lazy to throw in the twice even.
What does a fox make? Probably the same. Well, they make like a weird chirping. Yeah. Big fat fox.
Yeah, what the hell kind of noise does a fox make? Can you Google that?
Fox noises.
Apparently they sound like Mickey Rooney. Who knew?
Fox.
I'm doing this one.
Noise.
Oh, wow, you can't believe you're actually Googling that. Red fox sounds. Woo! Turn up the volume.
We are not. We are men, but we are not impervious to cute foxes.
Well, anything cute, we're not impervious to.
Some cute. Like babies. What the hell?
Red fox calls. Moo.
Okay, come on. I told you it was like a chirping. I gotta hear this cute. It's so cute.
He got his ears down. Oh!
He's not happy. Oh.
What the hell is that? Oh, that's him.
Yeah, it's him.
He's not even moving his ears.
Oh, now we got the Siberian Husky puppies.
Oh, yeah.
No, we can't do that. Fox licking window. Oh, YouTube and Google.
What's a funny fox? What's a funny animal video?
That is what a fox sounds like.
And now you know, they sound nothing like
fox.
Mickey Rooney.
Nothing like. Hey, you guys. Hey, you guys.
Is that what Mickey Rooney sounds?
I don't know.
Is that what a fox says?
Yeah.
Underdogs.
Hey, you guys.
You gonna look up Mickey Rooney calls?
No.
Right?
Why am I? Why?
I believe it's the 18th.
Nope, 19th.
Damn it.
Finally, wrong date, boy. Sugar puss. Date boy. All right. Dates are sugary.
We already do the opening?
Yeah.
Yes.